Sydney.
Good morning again. Well, overnight we've seen firefighters and fire managers and indeed the broader community dealing extremely well with some very difficult and trying conditions. Right across these fire-affected areas, we've seen some outstanding attendance at community meetings where the local fire managers, fire controllers have been able to have discussions with the communities affected about what's going on, what's planned to occur and what might be, and the response has been overwhelmingly positive, and I sincerely appreciate the support, the interest and most importantly the vigilance that is being displayed by everybody in these fire affected areas. We still have more than 60 fires on the books across New South Wales, and 13 of those remain uncontained. In these fires of principal focus right now, through the Blue Mountains and down through the Southern Highlands, overnight there's been some pretty extraordinary work undertaken, particularly in relation to backburning operations and strategies being put into effect with a view to trying to retard the forward progress of these fires under the weather conditions we're expecting tomorrow, and indeed that will be building throughout today. Backburning operations have been put into effect from Mount Victoria, down the Great Western Highway, out through Blackheath and down the trail network into the Gross River. There has been a deal of success with that backburning operation. However, it's not as complete as they would want it to be right now, so they're continuing to try and lock that in over coming hours. It was certainly impeded throughout the early hours of this morning, where they were experiencing westerly winds from about 2 to 3 a.m. that were getting up to 50 kilometres an hour across the fire grounds, and in some of that really steep, rugged terrain that was presenting all sorts of challenges for the firefighters as they sought to execute that backburning strategy. They've continued with it. Of course, the focus has been on principally firefighter safety, working in some of the most rugged and difficult terrain, and I simply applaud them for getting on with it as safely and as effectively as they could. The focus today will be to continue that, to lock that in and strengthen that backburning operation, deepening it with things like aerial ignitions, using helicopters to ignite up larger tracts of the land and to control the burning pattern and the speed of that backburning operation. We're also seeking to lock in the northern side of the Gross River, bringing it back up to the Bells line of road with a view to stopping the southeasterly run of the main fire front. Further north towards Bilpin and Barrambing, the fire was spotting into the north of those townships, particularly north of Barrambing, back towards Bilpin. Crews have been focusing right throughout the evening and continue to be working in and around properties in that area, focusing on backburning operations and property protection. They've been working with dozers, trying to establish breaks and control lines in order to affect those really important strategies. They've had a deal of success, some extraordinary success, but there's still a way to go. The estimates I've been given first thing this morning is they're about 80% of the way there in relation to try and lock that in. As I said yesterday, all these strategies, all these tactics with the intent of trying to retard the forward advancement of this main fire front, but most importantly to protect the people, their homes, their livelihoods that are in close proximity to these fires and are most at risk. They're doing an outstanding job in that regard, but we know there's much more to do.